Did you feel like you were like popping off film on Saturday?
I feel like I went in. I did a pretty good job from what was being asked of me, and I think every week you just focus on trying to get better, and you stick to a routine for being ready for whenever the opportunity presents itself. So, I think I was just excited to go out there and help my team give us a chance to win. So.
Obviously, you've got some injuries on your side of the ball. How much does that affect you guys, and how much opportunity is there for everybody else to kind of step up?
I think it's a part of the game. Teams deal with injuries all throughout the year, and especially this late in the season. So, regardless of the fact, I'm just excited for another opportunity to go out there and get a win with the team, man. Especially one of the last home games in the stadium this year. So I'm excited.
How do you think your season has gone?
I haven't really had a chance to really evaluate it yet. I'm kind of a guy that really likes to stay present. I'm a big guy. When you focus on the past, it kind of gives you a little bit of not being able to be present in the moment. So I'll take the time to reevaluate once the season's over. But at the end of the day, I feel great. I feel like I'm playing the best ball I played so far. I'm a better football player than I've ever been. I feel like so. I'm just trying to keep improving and keep doing what Coach McDaniels is trying to get us to do to be a winning team.
Well, how tough is it to not think about business, though? I mean, there is a business side of the game, right? And there is, for you, there's opportunity out there. So
Yeah.
How hard is it to not think about that?
For me, obviously it's a little bit different, man. I've had a lot of different experiences in the league, so to say that I haven't already been through the getting through the learning curve of dealing with the business side of this game, and so it's already something that I'm kind of accustomed to. So it's not something to where I know you have to really sit things aside and wait, because there's a time and place for everything. So I'm just focused on winning these last two games. Exactly.
Earlier this week, Coach Graham said that he was a very big physical defensive end. He wants to continue to do that, continue to evolve in that regard of using your size and your strength. What is the biggest thing throughout this season that has really helped you develop in as a deep defender?
I think regardless of whatever things I do well as a player, I think Coach Graham has just expanded my mind, in regards to the whole entire game. A lot of different things have been asked of me this season, and regardless of whether they've been a big success for me already, or I'm still in the learning process of them. I feel like I've become really. It's not really a lot of things that you can ask me to do that I won't be able to go out there and do. Whether that's play linebacker, whether that's play nose or three technique or end. I'm just truly blessed to have been I don't want to say a true Swiss Army knife, but I wanted to be able to do whatever the coaching staff needed me to do, for sure. Definitely.
Kyle Shanahan yesterday said that Maxx is the second best defensive player in the league. It was obviously meant as a compliment. But how much do you think that kind of thing drives him? You've been around him a while. Even though he meant it positively, there is that second. Okay. How much do you think that drives him?
And I think players, all the time they always looking for little crumbs. Not to say that has what Shanahan has a big effect on Maxx, but anytime you can take like a little nugget just to give you some type of motivation, I think it's always good. And Maxx is, obviously that type of guy. He don't need any more motivation than what he already playing with. But we go out there and we'll play Sunday, let the chips fall where they may.
You talked about the Swiss Army knife aspect of what you've been able to do. A lot of guys just say hey, this is what I do. I'm going to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do something that you asked me to do. Why is it important to you to be able to do a lot of different things?
Mainly just because I had confidence in myself. I mean, regardless of and I've been in a position where you've been the starter, and then sometimes you're not the starter. So it's a different ways of giving yourself confidence and really believing in yourself, regardless of the fact any place they put you on the field, can you have an impact? And I think for myself, I just had that belief in myself. Even if I don't sometimes, I just have belief if I'm at linebacker, I can be the best linebacker in the league if I work hard at it. Or for these few plays, I can be the best linebacker in the league. So it's really just having a belief in yourself. That's where I think it starts, and the fear aspect will really go away when you get asked to do things that you're not accustomed to.
How much will your versatility, you believe, be so impactful in this game against the 49ers against guys like Debo and guys like CMC that do so much with football?
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. I think obviously they do a lot. You know what I mean. But at the end of the day, man, this is December football. It's not about scheme no more. It's all about skills. You know what I mean. So at the end of the day, when you get into this play of football, it's about players on players. You know what I mean? It's not about scheme. It's not about X's and O's. Everybody's been running the same stuff for 15 games straight right now. You know what I mean? The fans are coming to watch the players go against the players. You know what I mean?
So what have you thought about Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant?
Oh, I mean, I don't see him as that. You know, it's just I think he's a good young quarterback. Obviously, he stepped into a role with Jimmy G getting hurt, and he's come in. He's been really, really good for them. And you know, I think they're a playoff team, so they're rallying behind him. So you know, we got to go in there and we got to be ready to handle anything that he brings to us.
How do you think the locker room has kind of handled the last 24 hours?
It's been really, really good. You know, obviously, I think this team is a little bit different. Me being someone who's been here since the Oakland days, like we understand what adversity is. You know what I mean? Especially the leaders in here. They've been here for a long period, so they understand what adversity is. It's not really much you can do to surprise us. Obviously, everything like what we've been through the last week or so has been surprising, but it's really more so we understand that you got to be able to stay present and focus on what we can control, and we all behind Jarrett right now, so I'm excited.
Defensive player in the NFL. Now he meant it as a compliment, obviously, because
Yeah.
said he was it's his guy. But when you hear stuff like that, like, how do you take it, and does those little things drive you still?
Yeah, it definitely drives me. But obviously he's got to, defend his guy as well. So I totally understand it. Coach Shanahan's a great coach, great dude. I met him in the combine process. I met with him and the Niners whole staff. So I got a ton of respect for them. And just putting me in that conversation is special for sure.
So obviously you're not going against Bosa, but do you see it as like an individual kind of challenge on the same field together?
It's funny, like, because both fan bases, always talk about, for some reason, ever since my rookie year, the Niners being from the Bay and Oakland as well. So, like, it automatically, like, people created this beef between me and Nick. And, like, people send me stuff all the time, like, Niner fans coming at me saying I suck. And I'm like, damn, I don't know what I did to y'all. I've never even played against y'all. But, yeah, they always come, go back and forth about me and Nick. But it's funny, me and Nick have been boys ever since our rookie year. We talk all the time. And he's just been, seeing what he's done in his career has been incredible. And we came in together in the same draft. So watching him and seeing what he does gives me inspiration because I want to be the best. And, he pushes me. I see him, what he's doing, and I'm like, okay, you're doing that. I got to keep going hard. So, I got a ton of respect for him. He's a great dude. And, I'm just proud of him for what he's done in his career so far.
I guess how much pride do you have, like, in the success you've had in your career, considering you're the number 2 pick and you're taking the 4th round? It's been very, similar in both of your careers. How much pride do you take in that?
I take pride in everything I do. I feel like, where you're drafted doesn't matter. It's about what you do when you get here. And I've had that same mindset ever since. And, Nick has done everything, coming in as a high pick, like he's lived up to every single expectation and some. So, for me, I'm a 4th round pick, but there's guys that like a Stephon Diggs who was like 5th round, and he's one of the best receivers in the game, and it goes on and on and on. So I just take pride in getting better every single day because I want to be the best in the league. So I work for that every single day I come in here.
With the Niners, man, it just seems like whoever's a quarterback, that offense just kind of keeps humming. What's really stood out to you about that group?
Well, first off, Shanahan is an excellent coach. He's been a great coach for a long time, and their skill position is elite. From McCaffrey to Debo to Ayuk to it goes on and on and on. And then obviously they got the best left tackle in the league. They have a lot of other good linemen as well. McGlinchey's a good right tackle, and yeah, they just they have a lot of good pieces. They have great coaches, and there's no it's not a coincidence that they're doing well. So for me, personally, I love playing against the best, so I definitely look forward to it. And I know the guys are going to be ready as well, so I'm excited.
Max, I'm sure professional football, there's a business side to it, and you get reminded of that every so often.
Yeah.
So it would seem to be one of those types of days.
Yep.
Your just reaction to the decision that was made and things moving forward.
You good, Matt? Obviously, Derek's been a great friend of mine ever since he's been here. So, obviously, it's a tough time. But like you said, it is a business, and we still have 2 games left. So, the guys we're focused on, getting ready for the Niners. Obviously, we love Derek. We got a ton of respect for him, and he's going to be a friend for life. So, wish him the best, absolutely. With everything, and we'll see what happens. But we're focused on the 49ers right now, and obviously, Jarrett Stidham. He's been a scout team quarterback. He's done the backup role, and the dude is a hell of a competitor as well. So, he's getting a chance of a lifetime. So, I'm gonna be his biggest fan. These last 2 weeks.
mentioned he's been on the scout team. What have you seen out of Jarrett and just Jarrett in his game, and what stands out to you about that?
He's tough as hell. He's, when he's out there, he's kind of an asshole, so I respect it. He's talking a little bit. He's, amped up, and he's always willing to try to make a play. So I love that. He's a competitor at heart. You can tell. So, guys, you can either fake it or you can be really about it, and he really is. And it fires me up. I'm excited for him.
In addition to Derek not being out there, you got Chandler and Denzel going down.
Yeah.
Some opportunities for some other guys. What do you look for from some of these guys to step up?
Yeah, everything is, in this game, you can't take a day for granted. And, these guys have been working all year, from Deshaun to Malcolm to Clee. All those guys, want to play more, and this is a big opportunity for them. So, obviously, it sucks. Chandler's like a brother to me. Denzel as well. So I love those guys to death, but there's, it gives, a couple other guys to opportunity to step up and get out there and get some real clock. So I'm excited for them as well.
Malcolm Kuhn's going to bring some havoc to the backfield?
Absolutely. Malcolm's been working his ass off. So fired up for him. Mac in the house.
How was Christmas? First Christmas with the baby?
It was great. The tough part is we didn't get back till like 4:30 in the morning, so I was literally like sleepwalking the next day, basically trying to be present. But yeah, it was incredible. Just being every day I get to be around her it's the best. Obviously I'm here all day every day, but when I am home, it's the best. She's growing every single day and getting more personality and. Just more motivation. She's an angel.
Where would you rank the Davante Adams man-child chain amongst your Christmas presents this year?
It had to be number one. It's actually I got it right here. So yeah, big shout out to Davante. We came up with it in camp. Well, he came up with it. He was like, we're all blessed, and let's do something cool for Christmas, and all get each other like a piece of jewelry. So me, him, and DC all got each other jewelry for Christmas. So it was really cool.
Everybody kind of reacted to it?
Obviously it's tough, when he's a brother, we love Derek, and obviously it's tough, but like I said, nobody cares at the end of the day. The 49ers don't care, they're coming to town to come, try to beat us. So, obviously it's tough, and there's an emotional part to it, but as well, we got to get focused and stay locked in for these last 2 weeks. So, obviously, Derek will always be a friend of mine, and we're going to stay in contact, and we'll see what happens. But I love him to death, and obviously, Jarrett's going to get an opportunity to play. So, we're excited for him as well.
First of all, when did you get the news, and what was your reaction when you got it?
Yesterday morning. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, yesterday morning. That's when I got the news from Josh. He talked to all the quarterbacks, and yeah.
It's AAA, just everything else around it. I'm sure this has been a dream of yours for a long time to be a starter in the NFL. What's this opportunity mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you dream of playing in the NFL, as a kid, and to start a game, in the NFL, it's a dream come true. But at the same time, I've been preparing. Since my rookie year, I've tried to prepare the same every single week, whether I was the backup or the starter. Obviously, I've gotten to learn under a bunch of really good guys, players, coaches. So I've always tried to treat the weeks the same, and it's no different this week.
Can you treat this week like any other week in terms of preparing for Sunday?
I mean, honestly, I've tried to every week so far this year. For instance, I've been the backup, and my routine has been the same, and I've tried to keep it the same because I feel like if you try to overdo or overthink things, it can be detrimental. So I've just tried to prepare the way that I know how and the way that I feel good about going into the game with the game plan and so on and so forth. So I've just tried to keep things the same and prepare how I know how to prepare.
How much does it help that you played under Josh for so long?
Oh yeah, no, it's been great. Obviously, been with him in New England for 3 years, and now here for this year, and come in the off season, obviously that was good, having a good understanding of what was going on. But just like every week this year, just try to prepare, with whatever the game plan is, and be as prepared as possible to go in and play.
It's kind of a follow-up to that. I think everyone that talks about you, from Coach McDaniels to the receivers, they say you just have a better grasp on this offense than anyone from how long you've been on it. How do you think all that experience kind of translates that you can channel it onto the field?
No, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's like anything, like it's like anything in life. When you do something repetitively over and over again, you just get comfortable. And at the end of the day, my job is to facilitate the offense, excuse me, in certain ways. And I got to follow my rules and, try and get the ball in these guys' hands and do my job. And that's, something I've just been trying to prepare hard for, and that's all I can do.
Have you been pleased with the encouragement and support you've been able to get from your teammates and your coaches just since the announcement's been made?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's been very supportive. Players, Coach, Bo and Mick and, Josh, everybody's been very supportive and very helpful. Any questions that I have for them about the game plan or, anything, it's been really good to have the support for sure.
Jarrett, obviously you don't have control over the decisions that are made and when they're made and how you get your opportunity, but you get the sensibility of, you're replacing Derek, who's been here a long time and been a fixture around here, and that.
Right. No, I mean, obviously Derek's been here for an extremely long time, and I had a chance to speak with him, and he's just, I can't thank him enough for everything that he's helped me with, personally and professionally. Him and his wife both have been very supportive and very welcoming to me and my wife here in our time together. And so can't speak highly enough of Derek. I mean, he's just a great human being and obviously a great football player too. So he's obviously been here for a long time and stuff. So I'm just gonna try and go out there and play the best that I can and I know how. So
what are the goals for you for these next 2 weeks?
Obviously to win. I mean, that's why we all play is to win football games. So that's first and foremost. But I mean, my job is to facilitate the offense and run it how it's supposed to be run. And that's all I can do is just be prepared and try to do that.
Do you look at these last 2 games as an audition since you haven't had a lot of snaps in the regular season?
I'm not really necessarily looking at it like that. 2 great opportunities to go out there and play with the guys in this locker room. The NFL is a crazy business, so I'm just trying to be prepared as best I know how and do the best I can for the guys in this locker room. But ultimately, obviously the goal is to come out here and win. So that's what we're going to try and do.
What kind of challenge are your first starts against the NFL's top defense?
Yeah, it's a great challenge. I mean, I'm a firm believer in whatever it is in life that you do. You're not going to get any better unless you do it against the best. So it's going to be a great challenge, for us. As a team, they're good on all 3 phases, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it, and I think it'd be a great challenge for us, and I know we're looking forward to it.
Any family and friends coming into town for this game now?
I do, yeah.
You said you got to speak to Derek. Did he have any last-minute advice going into such a big moment for you? Anything you took away from that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'll keep most of it private between me and him, but the biggest thing, and this is what I always appreciated a lot about Derek, was just to always stay even. Never get too high, never get too low. Football is an imperfect sport, and you try to do obviously the best you can. You prepare hard, each and every week, and but to always just stay even.
Even though it was such a long time ago, how much confidence do you have in yourself just based upon the success that you even have in the preseason, having an undefeated record, looking good in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, I think for myself, I've always been very confident in my abilities to play football, and just thankful for the opportunity to come out here and get my first start, against, like I said, the best defense in the league. So, but like I said, I've always had confidence in my ability to make plays, to throw the football, and to facilitate the offense. That's my job, and I've worked hard at it, and excited to go out there and just help these guys hopefully get a win. So,
Jarrett, what has Coach McDaniels talked about going into this game, not doing too much and just playing within your means?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just part of playing quarterback, is just not trying to do too much at times, and just doing your job. I mean, that's kind of what it's kind of been instilled in my brain, since being in the league, is just do your job and whatever that may be. At one play it may not be much, and the next play it might be, the biggest thing on the play. So just trying to facilitate that the best I can.
You went through some adversity of your own when you were injured and you were out for a good time about a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, what did that adversity teach you about yourself and how you were?
Absolutely. I mean, I think anytime something that you love is taken away from you, it kind of opens up a new perspective. And having surgery, at the beginning of last year and going through all of that, you just kind of you don't really realize what you have until it's gone. So just a super appreciation for just the game of football and being with teammates every day on the field, the practice field, and the game field. Obviously missed that, so just tried to pour my heart and soul into each and every day, whether it be with teammates or out on the practice field, whatever it is. That's something I learned in that time where I didn't really get to do it. So.